Welcome! So today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy experiment at home with products that you have laying around. So basically you need dish soap, yeast, and hydrogen peroxide 3%. I'll show you in a minute on how we're going to do it. Alright, so here's more of a close-up on how we're going to do this experiment. So basically what we need is some yeast, hydrogen peroxide, warm water, just like a glass. We're gonna do our experiment right here. Some coloring, whatever sort. You can use food coloring, but I don't really have that laying around here. And I'm using this shot glass to mix the yeast and the warm water, and finally some dish soap. So right now I'm gonna show you how to do it. We first start off with our glass, right? And right here, I'm not gonna do some measurements because I don't really have the measurement, supplies. So basically, I'm just gonna pour like however much I think is enough. All right, so just take the cap off. After you do that, here's the hydrogen, and you just pour it like right about here. So this one might be enough. Right here is the hydrogen. Now we're gonna pour some coloring. I'm just gonna put some orange. Okay, and then we're gonna put some dish soap. Basically just put the dish soap, and you're just gonna mix all of this together like so. After you mix it thoroughly, you're gonna put that aside, and now we're gonna get our little glass. And just like I said before, I don't have any measurements, so I'm just gonna pour whatever I think is right. So basically right about here. This is the yeast and the water. All right. So what you're gonna do with this is let it sit for basically 5 minutes until the the mixture, like the yeast, really sits in. I have my products ready. It's been 5 minutes, and all we have left to do is just pour the yeast into. What we're gonna do is just pour it in, and there you go. It's actually really interesting, and it's one of the reasons why they call it an elephant toothpaste. So we're just gonna let that sit. It's actually really pretty. If we touch it, the foam is going to be a little warm. So as you can see, it's foam. And it's kid friendly, and it's not dangerous to do at home, and it's really, really fun. So I'm going to show you right now why this happens. The real question is, how does it work? Well, hydrogen peroxide is a reactive molecule that rapidly decomposes into oxygen and water. This is the reaction. In this demonstration, yeast catalyzes, the decomposition, so it proceeds much more rapidly than normal. Yeast needs warm water to reproduce, so if you use really cold water or really hot water, it will not work. The dishwashing detergent captures the oxygen that is released, making foam. Food coloring can be optional, but it's gonna make an interesting reaction. In addition to being a nice example of a decomposition reaction and a catalyzed reaction, the elephant toothpaste demo is exothermic, so heat is produced. However, the reaction just makes the solution warmer, not actually hot that we can't touch it. The key takeaways. Basically, the elephant toothpaste chemistry demonstration produces heated foam when chemicals are mixed. The original demonstration results from decomposition of hydrogen peroxide catalyzed by potassium iodide. Detergent solution captures gases to form the foam. And this version, the kid-friendly version, uses a lower concentration of hydrogen peroxide with the decomposition catalyzed by yeast. While both versions of the reaction may be performed for a young audience, the original version used concentrated hydrogen peroxide, which is a strong oxidizer. That was it. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing more projects like this.